welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am super excited for the video that I'm going to share with you today. I have wanted to film a what I eat in a day for a really long time. I have been a vegetarian ever since I was a kid, probably about 13 years now, and mostly day to day I eat very plant-based with the exception of a little bit of dairy, but all of these recipes could easily be made completely vegan if you are vegan or plant-based and want to try anything that I made in this video. Obviously every day looks a little bit different, but these are some of my staple recipes that I absolutely love to make and make on a regular basis. So with that, let's go ahead and get into this video, and I hope you enjoy it and are maybe able to find some new recipes that you can make and love. So the first thing I like to do every morning is to come into the kitchen and to fill up my water cup. I usually still have some left over from the night before because I take this to bed with me, but I'll fill it all the way to the top. And my goal every day, my challenge to myself, is to drink this entire cup of water. It is 24 ounces before I even eat a single bite of food. So I'll usually take my water over to the couch with me and sit down and do some reading. I like to read my book, my Bible, do my devotions, and the whole time I am just sipping on my water, trying to get it down and just let it settle into my body for a while before I make my breakfast. I just love starting off my day nice and hydrated and allowing my body a chance to kind of wake up and let all my organs kind of activate for the day, and it really feels great to start your day off with a large amount of water. Sometimes I can't quite get through it all, but I will try my best and I will drink as much as I can. And when I'm done, I will just make my way over to the kitchen where I'm going to start making one of my favorite breakfasts of all time, chickpea avocado toast. So I'm just preheating my oven to 375 degrees, grabbing a can of chickpeas from the pantry, and then I'm going to take them over to the sink and drain and rinse them really well. Next, I am grabbing some paper towels and I'm just going to lay them out on my baking sheet here. I'm going to pour my chickpeas on there and just kind of dry them off, and this is going to help them to get nice and crispy in the oven. I'm going to just kind of gather them all together and then pour a nice little drizzle of oil over top. I'm using avocado oil. You can use olive oil or coconut oil, whatever you have on hand, but we usually like to cook with avocado oil. And then I'm just tossing them around with the oil, making sure they all get evenly coated. And then I'm going to just throw them in the oven and let them get nice and crispy. I usually throw these in for probably about 15 to 20 minutes, but I just keep an eye on them. And in the meantime, I am pulling out my spices. I have here some onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, smoked paprika, turmeric, and salt. I am just mixing all of these up in a bowl, and I will actually put the recipe down below that I use. I found this on Instagram, so this is not my own recipe, but I will share the username of the person who posted this recipe originally. And then I am going to be making my iced tea. I love this mango black tea from Trader Joe's, and I like to brew this for a few minutes. Next, I'm going to take my sourdough bread. This is my absolute favorite brand of bread, and I'm going to put that in the toaster, flipping it halfway through because it's too big for my toaster. I'm going to take my chickpeas out of the oven, kind of toss them around a little bit. Then I'm going to take my spices and just throw them over the top, toss them around, make sure they get nice and coated, and I'm going to stick them back in the oven for just a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to take some leftover avocado that I had the day before. I'm going to scoop that out and just spread it over my toast. I like my avocado really mashed. It's just a texture thing for me, but you can leave it in slices if you prefer it that way. Personally, I prefer it just completely mashed. And then I decided I wanted some more avocado, so I opened up another one, put another little slice on there, and mashed that in as well. I am sprinkling some lemon pepper over top, scooping some of my chickpeas on. These smell and taste absolutely incredible. And then the key ingredient is to squeeze some lime over the top. You do not want to leave out the lime. This is the best thing about this toast. And then I'm sprinkling some chunky sea salt on, filling up my cup with ice. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour my tea over my cup, pop my little straw in, give it a taste, and my breakfast is ready. This is my absolute favorite breakfast to eat. I love a good savory breakfast, and it just looks really beautiful too, especially if you put a little slice of lime next to it. The combination of flavors here is just incredible, and this breakfast is super filling. So fast forward a few hours and it is lunchtime, and I decided to have a vegan Caesar salad for lunch. This has been one of my go-to meals lately. So I'm just filling my bowl with some romaine lettuce, some kale, and some more crunchy chickpeas that I actually had left over from making this before. And I have the Caesar dressing here that I made a few days before. I will link the recipe to this below. It is absolutely delicious. I could eat this dressing with a spoon. I'm sprinkling some vegan Parmesan over the top, and again, I will link this down below. It's all from the same blog. This salad is absolutely incredible. It is very filling, has lots of protein and fat from the dressing and the chickpeas, and you will not regret making this. And then I decided I wanted to have another piece of sourdough toast on the side. I am a huge sourdough fan, so I just spread some earth balance over the top, and then I took a bite and realized I wanted some honey, so I put some honey on there. After lunch, I decided to serve myself some probiotic. This is a new probiotic that I only recently started taking. It's liquid, and so far I have really enjoyed it. So I'm just serving myself some and my husband, and this stuff actually tastes pretty horrible, I'm not gonna lie. So I like to mix it with some apple juice to kind of take the edge off of the taste. We like this 100% pure, not from concentrate apple juice, and it actually makes the probiotic taste not too bad. I kind of like it mixed with this juice. I gave my husband his serving, and healthy, happy tummies were had by all. And now on to dinner. So this is actually not what I had planned for this night, but I remembered last minute that I had another HelloFresh box in the fridge, and so I decided to make this risotto for dinner. So here I am chopping up the veggies. We had scallions, tomatoes, and some zucchini. If you have ever made risotto before, you know that it is truly a labor of love. It takes a long time of standing over the stove and stirring and stirring and stirring, but the end result is very worth it, usually. It was this night. This turned out really good. So I have my veggies here. I sauteed them up with some basil oil and some balsamic vinegar, and these smelled absolutely amazing. I sprinkled some green onions over the top to finish it off, and this was absolutely delicious. Really, really decadent meal. It was just so good. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I absolutely love watching other people's what I eat in a day videos. I find them to be so inspiring, and it's just so fun to see other people's creativity in the foods that they make and eat. So I hope you were able to find some inspiration from this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon with more videos.